tonight, I'm just going to go through some really quick, easy ways to do some wreaths. Say if you want to do a girls' night at your house, you know, have some wine or whatever and have some of your girlfriends over. I'm going to show you a really easy couple of wreaths you can use without having to order deco mesh and all that stuff. And most of the items I'm going to be using come from the dollar store. But you would never be able to tell that, I would hope. I don't think so anyways. I'll show you in 1 second one of them that I made. And I did this yesterday. And the nice thing about these ones that I did do...
Put your head up and look.
Hi. Sorry, I need my glasses to actually see now. I'm going to show you guys what I worked on yesterday. It only took me not even 20 minutes to make. And that was like start to finish, putting zip ties in and everything. So it would be a really good one. And I think I added up all the costs to make it. And the cost was around $12 for all the stuff. That's including paying full price for the character board. So this is what I came up with. It's really, really cute. Okay, this is my Santa. And it actually looks like real hair. Right? Obviously, it's not real hair. I used a feather boa.
Oh, God.
What?
Nothing. I'm just trying to do this here.
Oh. I used 2 feather boas from the Dollar Tree. These little ruffle things down here are...
I'm all over the place.
What?
Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place with the camera.
Oh.
There we go.
This ruffle stuff is just a 9-inch or 6-inch ribbon. And you could even use deco mesh down here. This hat is from the Dollar Tree. And I stuffed it with just some pillow stuffing. This little bell that I put on the hat came in a pack of like 8 from the dollar store. So if you had a bunch of friends doing Santa, you could all just split one pack of the little bells. And of course the center and our board. Okay. This one I didn't put lights or anything in. I just kept it really simple. Oh, and this little thing I used as like a button. It is also from the dollar store. And they're just these. So they come in a 6-pack. This whole thing, it is so cute. Do you guys not agree? It was so easy to make. Mrs. Claus to go with Santa. So I'm going to do Mrs. Claus almost the same as Santa. So they match. And I'm going to do a quick snowman that you guys can do really easy. Again, all the stuff from the dollar store. I'm even using lights in my snowman. So that's what I was doing. I was putting the lights on. So, got my Mrs. Claus. I think I'm going to start with the snowman first. And, because both are really going to be easy. The only thing that I didn't get from the dollar store was the Mrs. Claus's hat. Now, I ordered the hat on Amazon. They came in like a bag of 6. So, if you're thinking you want to do Mrs. Claus's or Santa's for a girls' night or, you know, even a church get-together or whatever, these are a fabulous idea because it's not hard, there's not a lot of supplies, and you can pretty much get it anywhere. These I got on Amazon in a 6-pack, and so these ones are...
around so much.
Huh?
Oh.
So I pre-bought these, but I did show on a tutorial how to make your own bonnets for Mrs. Claus. So if you do have friends and you can't get them on Amazon or whatever, you can make your own. They're really, really easy. But I cheated tonight and I got these. And they're not expensive at all. So, but I'm just going to put this aside because I am going to work on the snowman. And I did put lights in the snowman.
Are we going down to the board now?
Yeah, just 1 second. So I put lights in the snowman. I'm going to make sure it works. Now, I got, for my snowman, I bought this hat. I don't know what it's, felt or something, or velvet or something. Anyways, I got it at the dollar store. Now, what I did is I bought this felt or velvet, or I don't even know what it is, top hat at our dollar store. Our dollar store is called Dollarama. We also have Dollar Tree, so a lot of the items are from Dollar Tree. But you guys have Dollar General in the States and all kinds of other things. So I'm sure you can find one of these. I paid $3 for this. And what I did is I cut it in half so I can use it for 2 Santas. So that only makes it $1.50 now. And so I just cut it straight. This really neat scarf. I really liked it. I just liked the black and white. I've done a lot of the buffalo plaid red and black, but I haven't done the black and white. So I found this scarf at the dollar store. I believe this was Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use it for the bottom of my snowman, but I'm going to cut it in half. So this dollar scarf will now be used for 2 snowmen, because we don't need this whole amount that we have here. So I'm just going to cut it straight down the middle, and it's just like a fleece. You could even buy a piece of fleece or something from Joann's Fabrics, but I don't think you could beat $1 for this. And it even has the fringes on the bottom, so you can just I just bought this in like the actual human part of the dollar store where you buy hats and mitts and everything.
How did you cut the hat?
I just cut it with scissors, just normal scissors. I just went down. It's not thick or anything. It's like almost a foam, and it's covered with a velvet kind of. And then I decorated the front. So like I said, I had bought this scarf, which I really liked, and I knew I had some buffalo check white and black ribbon at home. So I just opened this roll. There's tons in here. So what I did is I just cut a piece of the ribbon and put it around and hot glued it to the outside of the hat, so it will match his scarf. And then I put 3 little bells. Again, I got a whole container full of these little red bells at the dollar store, and these little appliques. They're just like little, not rubber, but they're little pieces of fabric thing, and there was like 100 in a pack, and I just hot glued them to the hat.
What weight should I?
Okay, so what I've done is I've just taped on my lights. These are the timered lights I sell on my website, and they're the ones that stay on for 6 hours and shut themselves off at 18 hours and then turn on the next day at the exact same time. And I love, love, love these because I never have to remember to turn my wreath on. And like I said, I used them in my centerpieces, which is awesome because I don't have to shut my centerpieces off when I go to bed. And every night they still surprise me, even though I've had them all for almost a week. They turn on and it's like, oh, so pretty. So, okay, so I got my scarf. I got my hat.
Thanks, Tanya.
What?
I was just answering questions. I know Tanya's on here too.
And to make the actual
That's not what I did.
the face of the snowman, I am going to use feather boas. I love feather boas. Like, come on, how cute is this? It actually really kind of looks like hair. Like, I love how this turned out. And it only took me 2 feather boas, and I bought the boas from the Dollar Tree for $1. So, that's the nice thing with our board, that you can I just zip tied them in, and you can't see the zip ties because all the feathers cover it. So, and then the bottom part, I just left blank instead of putting feathers, and I put the ruffles for like his body part. So I just loved him. I think he turned out fabulous. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you guys really quick and easy, because then you guys might want to, you know, like I said, if you want to have some of your girlfriends over, this is really easy. You can get it set up for them really fast.
Why do you say girlfriends?
Or boyfriends, or guy friends, or your church group, or your business. Because sometimes Christmas parties are kind of bleh. So when I was doing workshops, there was quite a few businesses that I would go to their Christmas party, and they would actually make something, like make a wreath during their Christmas party. So they had something to take home, and then everybody wasn't sitting around just like picking their nose, you know.
Can we see the back of Santa?
Sure. There you go. It's all nice and neat still. It's normal. And there's the front. Him's cute. I love him. Like I said, I got all of this at the dollar store. Okay. So, the snowman. So I just want to, we're going to go down. We're going down.
Okay.
So I preloaded my zip ties. Now the snowman's going to be really easy because the whole thing of him is going to be feather. Okay, the Santa and Mrs. Claus, I stopped. Well, the Santa I stopped 3/4 of the way down with the feathers, and Mrs. Claus I'm going to stop a little higher because she's got more short hair. But this snowman I'm going to go all the way around. So like I said, I pre-did my zip ties, so you put the lights will not burn the boa, so don't worry about that. All right, and we're just going to go around and place the boa into the zip tie. So this one is right here, and you don't have to leave it loose or anything, and you don't have to worry about the zip tie being seen, because it will not be seen once you start putting these up. Now you can separate the feathers, so you just get backwards, that you just get the feathers, or the rope, I mean, that's on the boa.
That's the first time.
Lots of first time? Oh, good.
So we got some first time.
Oh, good, because these are very easy for first time people. We're going to hot glue this battery pack. Why do I keep putting these in backwards? What the heck?
Did she kill the bird? No, we stuck the bird in the laundry room.
Yeah. That bird, you don't hear a peep out of it. No word of a lie. You do not hear a peep out of it. And it's almost like the bird knows that the camera's on, because it starts yapping. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to cut my zip ties after I've placed everything in. So you're just going around, and this is all you're doing. You're just, so if your friends can't do this, then there's a problem. Now we're going to go down to the middle of the board, and by the middle I mean, are you on the board, hon?
I'm on the board.
Can you zoom in?
I can zoom in more close.
Yeah, I'd like to zoom in where my finger is.
We're zooming in. Hold on. There we go.
We're getting used to our new Mevo. Okay, so as you see on the board, there's a set of 3 holes, set of 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, all the way around the board. What we're going to do 3 times around the board. So this hole to this hole is the first one we just did. Now we're going to use this middle hole, which I call a shared hole because it's already got a zip tie in it. We're going to use the middle hole to this outside hole. And there's going to be 8 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of those. And then for our third lap around, it's going to be this third hole, okay, to the outside of the board. Now I haven't put zip ties in for that yet, but that is going to be our third layer. And then we'll get it nice and full, and you won't see any of the board or anything. Okay, so this is where I'm going. I'm going from here to here, and I already put those zip ties in.
Danielle, I already thought it might be shingles, but by now she'd be screaming in pain.
Yeah, Dave's had shingles, so I do think it might be something with stress. I have been quite stressed lately. But I went to bed. Why am I putting my zip ties in backwards?
You could pre-do the zip ties and slide the bowl through the loops, then tighten the zip ties.
Yeah, you can. You can certainly do that. But for teaching purposes, it was just easier for me to do it like this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to cut these zip ties off. Sorry. Yeah, usually when I do one whole circumference, I then cut the zip ties off.
Oh, yeah.
I wish my little snippers were...
If it was shingles, you'd be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, I don't think it's shingles.
You're not in enough pain for it to be shingles.
I went to bed Saturday night, and I had a few of these little red dots, and I thought, oh, probably zits or something, but they were kind of on my neck. And then I woke up in the morning, and both sides of my neck were like hives, really raised red bumps, and itchy. And then it started to progress up onto my earlobe, and it's in my hair.
Dave, quit stressing out.
Yeah, right? See? It is Dave. It's Dave Measles.
I had shingles, and it was in my ear and everything. I tell you, I took drugs to keep me knocked out until it was gone. I don't remember what happened in all that time I had the shingles.
Really, eh?
Yeah, I just stayed knocked out for the whole time.
Yeah, my mom had them too. She said they're really very painful. So no, I don't think it's shingles. I don't know what it is. I could have. We had Chinese food Saturday night, so it could have been maybe MSG. Who the heck knows? Plus, we were putting the Christmas tree up, so I was in contact with all kinds of stuff. But my earlobe looks deformed. Okay, so
bath
now...
bombs, maybe?
No, I don't think it was the bath bomb. I've used the Lush bath bombs all the time. I actually think it was the Chinese food with the MSG. Anyways, okay, so now I'm just going to continue on. I have a little piece of boa still left here. So I'm just going to continue on. So I got 8 of these.
There's no sun here.
Yeah, we don't have no sun. Okay, I'm just going to put the end. What is with me putting these zip ties in backwards?
Yeah, she had Benadryl.
Yeah, I've been taking... First I had like no name antihistamine. I thought... I took that for a bit and it's like, okay, this is not working. So I sent Bubba to get the extra strength Benadryl. And all it did is make me fall asleep, which was nice because at least I stopped itching. And yeah, it is what it is, right? Alright, so now I'm going to start with another feather boa. I cut some of these. I'm going to take this big knot out of here. Actually, this snowman, you may need 3 boas, because I never even thought. The Santa, I didn't go all the way around, because I had the red part of the bottom for his, like his jacket coat thing. For the snowman, I'm going all the way around. So again, I'm just going to start like I did. And the lights will not catch the feathers on fire or anything like that. I promise. They don't get hot. So, this is so easy for your friends to do. I love crafting with my friends. I love crafting with my family. Like, even Lolly, she's like, Mom, are you going live today? Do you need any help? It's like, wait a second. Now everybody wants to help. That's awesome. Even my non-crafty friends are wanting to be crafty. So it's good for you. It keeps your mind occupied, gives you something else to think about other than life. If you just focus on what you're doing. And if you're good enough, you can even make a little bit of money. And especially the ladies' nights, or like if you do church group or whatever, they get quite impressed when you teach stuff like this, because they're like, wow, look how she's pretty smart. Kind of like you guys think I am, but I'm not. Oh, stop it. So that was easy. We did those 8. We're almost done. You could leave them just like this if you wanted. But no, the fun part is decorating him too. So you can get your friends to make some bows. You can buy pre-made bows. Like I said, I'm going to do a scarf because it's just too cute. And really, for $1, it only cost me 50 cents. Alright, so now we're going to go. We've done this. So middle hole to this hole. Now we're going to go from this 3rd hole and around the outside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, make sure I'm on this one. Yeah. So I'm going to go through this hole, flip it around, take my boa, just go around still, and I'm not pulling it really tight, but it's not really loose either. And I'm going to take my zip tie, zip it up, and try and push the feathers to the front. And as I'm pulling it tight,
or you need to give yourself more credit.
Oh, so I'm pulling it tight, and I'm going to come around, and the zip tie head is going to go right in the hole.
Oh.
Ah, pretty clever. Yeah. So then we still have a nice neat back, and you'll have 3 zip ties there. Okay, so we're going to do 8 of these. Stop it. Dave has been playing Christmas music like crazy. Okay, Dave. Can you not shut it off like after a few minutes or
Well, I
a few
probably could
seconds?
if I figured out how to do it.
Oh,
I haven't figured
well
out
maybe
how
you
to do it.
shouldn't play with it if you don't know how to work it.
I know how to work it. You press the button and it does something.
Whatever. So it looks like we're going to need 2.5 boas to get this Santa or this snowman done, which isn't bad. So that's $3. But I think like if you buy boas at Michael's or whatever, or Hobby Lobby, they're probably a lot thicker. I really wish I would have remembered this at when all the Halloween decorations were going on sale. But party stores as well. If you have party stores near you and you want to make these and you can't find them at the Dollar Tree, party stores will have boas as well. Especially white ones this time of year because of New Year's Eve. Alright, so we got a little piece left over.
Are you using the Are you using the 2 holes at all, or just the 3-hole roll?
I'm using 3 rows. We're using, this is the first row, so that's 16 of them. And then I used the middle to the outside hole of the 3. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm doing the outside, so the very last hole of the set of 3 to the outside of the board. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I need 1 more boa. So we'll just start off like we did. See if I got a little piece. Here's a little piece that I used before. It's gonna go around. Yepper, perfect. So this little piece is a piece I used for something else. I can't remember what I made. Oh, probably the angel. Because I made angels with the feather boas. What, huh?
I started one on Sunday and took out the zip ties 2 times because I thought I knew what I was doing, but I guess I didn't, so then I watched the video how to finish it this weekend.
That's okay. You learn from your mistakes, though. You probably won't do it like you were doing it before. Trust me, if you watched me before, I make mistakes all the time. But I only usually do it once. Well, maybe twice sometimes, but usually only once. And that's where that saying comes from.
Yeah, she makes her mistakes right on the camera.
Oh yeah, I'm not shy. We're all crafters. You have to make mistakes, or else you don't figure things out. You think I just wake up knowing everything that I know, honey?
Oh, hold on.
I have to work on that.
Hold on. I have to get the big.
Our studio audience.
That's better.
I'm gonna take your phone away. How many people are on?
What, in the studio audience?
No.
151, but Scott's live too.
Oh, Scott live too.
So nothing in the rows that have the 2 holes. I use the board to make your scarecrow and use all the holes.
Yeah, the 2 holes. Are you meaning these 2 holes? Because yes, we are using these 2 holes. This is part of row number 1. These 2 holes, if you're talking about these 2 holes, they're for your hanging strings. So no, we don't use those.
So nothing in the holes that have, in the rows that, no, yeah, you're using the ones with 2 holes.
I'm just not understanding the question.
So nothing in the rows that...
Oh, what did I do? Oh,
Yes, you do know everything. No, she doesn't.
no, I don't. My zip tie just came undone.
See?
I think I cut it by accident. Actually, I should probably check my lights, because my luck, I probably cut a wire or something. There. Okay, let's check our lights. Oh yeah, he's still working. So like I said, I was... Oh, You really don't know how annoying that is.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to start doing lives. I'm going to figure
Yes.
I'm going to figure out the Mevo by myself.
Yes, I was talking about the 2 holes you just pointed out.
Okay. Yeah, we're using all the holes here. Holes. So we are using those. They went with this row here.
I'll show you how to use the Mevo. I don't care. Well, you would always go on a live without me.
I will, because you're annoying. Why you gotta do stupidness?
That would be nice.
That's why I sneak. I sneak on. So once I finished figuring out what the heck I was going to do with my Santa, I timed it. And I did make that Santa in, it was about 18 minutes.
The sale's on. It's Black Friday sale, so it's Friday.
I think it's Friday to Sunday. Alright, got one more. And it's right there. I got Christmas songs stuck in my head.
Why?
Because you play them all the time. But it is nice because we sit upstairs in my Disney Wonderland. Oh my gosh, I love my living room. It's so pretty. Alright, now you can leave it like that, and we have the cutest little snowman ever. And if I turn the lights on, I'll turn this down, just so you guys can see the effect. Look how pretty. Can you see that, hon?
Yeah.
So you can just leave it like this if you want. But no, that's basic. You can put some bows and everything else on. I was trying to find a nice toque. You know those like almost nightcap toques? So it was like a wool and it went right down with a big pom-pom. I couldn't find one in time, so. Now I'm going to hot glue this to my back. So just to get it done. I have my...
It's gonna hurt your back.
What?
It's gonna hurt your back.
Oh. Now when you're hot gluing this onto the board,
Funny.
you're not funny.
Hilarious.
You want to make sure you don't hot glue where your battery pack opens, okay? Because people will not be happy if they can't change the batteries when they're dead. And you want to make sure your on-off switch is on the outside.
Are you putting a hair on it?
I'm good. I just wanted to get this out of the way.
Oh, okay, sorry. Don't want to rush you. Thanks. Thanks, Patricia.
Thanks.
She said good one, Dave.
Patricia, what do we say? We don't encourage the Dave. Okay, just let that set for a sec. And that means it's time for a beer. Okay. Flip her over. Now, where am I going to put his hat? I'm not sure snowmen have bangs, but he is really cute. So I could either do it to the side, which is cute, or I can do it, I think I kind of like it right on the front, like in the middle. I don't know. And then his scarf, we are going to use at the bottom, and it'll be hanging. Now I'm going to cut the scarf in half because I don't need the whole, we don't need this whole thing. So I'm going to cut it lengthwise. Although I didn't really don't have to.
We're getting votes for the middle. Oh, we got a middle and a side.
Middle and a side. Let me see this. I might not even have to cut the scarf. Let's see.
I have 2 young brothers, a lot like you, Dave. I have to be really careful what I say around them.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie the scarf. So I bent this. I just folded it in half. I'm going to zip tie one side of the scarf over.
I like it to the side and the scarf opposite the tilt.
Okay.
Dollar Tree scarf?
Yes, this is from the Dollar Tree.
Side. Love it in the middle.
Okay, so if we did the scarf like that and hang it down. Yeah, see, it's too much scarf. We don't need that much scarf. What if I just did a half? Let's see. So I would zip tie it right here. And zip tie it here. And then it would just hang down. So I am going to do it like that. I'm just going to fold this scarf in half. And this is just like a polar feast scarf. I'm going to cut it in half. Now I have enough for another snowman. So the tassels are still on the bottom. Okay, so I'll put this one to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a zip tie.
I had to call it Snowman.
Snow girl. It's a man.
Snow person.
I can call it whatever I want it. I created it. Okay, so we know...
Gender neutral snowball.
Yeah. This is the center. So the two holes that are right between the hanging holes, this is the whole center of the board.
Did you say you don't have any more Santa board?
I don't know. I could make more Santa boards. I just don't know if I had any more left in stock or if I have to Mod Podge more. So I will have some more. I just not sure if I have to do more or because the warehouse didn't let me know. Anyways, I think I'm going to zip tie from here, the start of the scarf, and over to here. This is our center. So you can always do your center because it'll go across like this and across like this. So if you're wanting to put ribbons on and you're OCD and you want matching ribbons or matching ornaments or whatever, you can flip it over and figure out where your center is. Okay, and then if you wanted to put ribbons, you would put one ribbon here and that same ribbon here or ornament, and then you can just use the opposite corners. And then you always have them lined up, so you really don't have to think of where you're going to put anything. Okay. Okay. Let's see.
We all hate thinking.
We hate thinking. This is exactly why I love this board.
It's a snow person.
It's a snow person.
What if it doesn't identify as snow?
It's a feather person.
It identifies as a puddle.
It's a snow person. Okay, so I'm just going to take the end of this scarf. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of an edge here. And I'm going to zip it without getting the feathers in there right onto the board. Okay. I'm going to swing this around. So what I've done is I've gone into these two holes. And there's no third hole here. And I'm going around the edge of the board. And as you're pulling, you pull tight as you're pulling and popping it into the hole. If you pull it really tight to up here and then you try to pull it down into the hole, you're going to have a tough time. So it's easy to pull tight as you're pulling into the hole. So you keep a nice neat back, and this is nice and tight. And you don't see the zip tie. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to do the other zip tie right. So I put the one scarf in here, so the other part of the scarf is going to go right over here. Okay, so we have our middle, 3 and 3, so we want this set of 2 right beside our... Alright, I'm just going to go over like, we'll fix it all nice.
Nice.
Like I said, this is kind of messy, but it vacuums up really, really easy. It doesn't it's not like a deco mesh where it sticks to everything. The feathers just get sucked right up.
Yeah.
Sucked right up, baby.
Would you know, you make me vacuum the deco mesh.
I know, and you stand there forever trying to get it out of the rug.
Well.
Okay, I think that looks good. Oh my gosh, I got the itchies! Oh, look how cute. See? And I only used half a scarf. Frugal!
There's the Oprah voice.
Frugal!
Don't do that.
What? Oh, I better not. I just told them don't pull tight until you come around. Okay. My grip's not the greatest today, so I'm going to use my needle nose pliers and pull. Pop it in the hole. So you can use scissors or wire cutters, whatever you have. And he's got a scarf on. Like that, boys?
Yes, it's annoying.
Oh my gosh. Look how cute. Is him not the cutest? Like, come on. Alright. So, his scarf is hanging down this way. So maybe his hat should go in this way. Either way, I have to poke a hole. Because I'm going to zip tie his hat right to the board. Or you can hot glue it to the board. It's totally up to you. Let's just see where the hat goes.
And you get a car. Yeah, that's right. You get a car.
And you get a car, and you get a car. So if we do
And then
this hole and this hole, no, let's do this hole and this hole. Oh, that's perfect. So I can zip tie it right to the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this green zip tie right here. So I know this is where the hole, I'm not going to use the green zip tie, it's just I want to mark it because that's where the beginning of that hat is going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some scissors, or you can use it, anything that you can find sharp, and just poke a hole. I'm just going to poke a hole through the side. I have a hole puncher, I just don't know where it is.
we don't have kits, sorry.
No, no kits. I wish. I just don't have the manpower for it.
Sharon hot glues hats on.
Yeah, you can hot glue it. I usually hot glue it too, but I'm going to show you guys how to, because this is just foam. If you hot glue it, it's not going to go anywhere. I need to find my hole puncher. In the
Got one?
Yeah, I got a hole puncher. Oh, boob power. I'm pushing the scissors against my chest. Actually, if I just snip it. Duh.
How do you cut your hat so nice and the scissors?
I didn't, just went right across the center. So if you just do a little snip.
It's not half bad, is it?
You were so funny.
That was really sad, that one was.
So, for your non-crafty friends, you might want to poke their holes for them. If you have something, I should have brought a knife.
Did you get that from Dollar Tree too?
No, this hat I got from a dollar store, but it's called Dollarama. Oh, I forgot, I'm going through the frickin' ribbon too. I was wondering why it's not poking through. There we go. There are scissors through. Sorry guys, I forgot I was going through ribbon. Alright, so there's one hole. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I just made a little snip. So if you just kind of fold it and snip it so it has a hole, and then poke. If I had a knife, it would probably be
You know
easier.
what, Nancy? The one that knows everything, I can tell her that, and she won't know what you're talking about.
What?
You need an awl.
A who?
Awl.
I don't know what that is.
Told you.
Alright,
AWL.
so I'm going to show you with the green zip tie, and this is how it's going to go.
AWL looks like a nice pick.
Oh, yeah, anything sharp. So, see the green zip tie? I put it through the hole in my hat, and I would come around and zip it right to the board, and I would do the other side as well. So, I am going to use clear, though.
That actually is looking really good.
Of course it's cute. I made it. What are you talking about? It's actually... Did you actually say that?
I actually did.
Alright, so now I'm going to go through with a clear zip tie and go through the hole. And again, you can just hot glue it. I'll probably put a little bit of hot glue on there as well. My hands are not working. Okay, don't zip tie it too tight yet until you get the other one on there as well. So you can see the zip ties right there.
That's his magic hat.
It's his magic hat. Like I said, I was trying to find a toque. I thought a toque would look cool, but I couldn't find one. Alright, so you can either put your zip tie through the board, or you can put it through the hat already. Like that, and dig through and find the hole. Or just push it up through the hole, and I think it's going... I think it's this one.
Monkey says hi, y'all.
Hi, Monkey! He's so cute. No, it's actually this one. So I'm going to be using this hole.
And Debbie, our friend from Lunenburg.
Lunenburg?
We were in Lunenburg.
Yeah. So I'm going to use, for this hat, just the size of it, I'm going to have to use this hole, which I know already has a zip tie in it, but that's okay. It's going to share its space. So I'm just going to feed that through. Feed it through the hat.
You got it figured out there? Or what?
Why do you think? Does it look like I need help, honey?
I never said you needed help.
Oh.
I'm just saying you kind of.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I was just showing different ways. So that's zip tied on.
The flasher. Who's a flasher?
Monkey, who was showing him's boobies.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and like him's grandma, the flasher. Okay, and I'm just gonna zip this hat right on now.
Grandma's a flasher?
Yeah, grandma's a flasher. Monkey was showing his boobies. Try not to get the feather in the zip tie. I know it's a little hard, but okay. And then you can bring this around and cut it off. And bring this around and cut it off. And we have, voila, the cutest snowman ever. Thanks, babe. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. You've been a great crowd.
Michelle says that she's not.
She's not a flasher?
No.
Okay. My hot glue. I'm just putting a dab here because this wire is annoying me. That's it. That's all you got, folks. And I'm going to do this Mrs. Claus. But if you're friends...
It's a 2-for-1 night.
What's a 2-for-1?
Because you're doing 2
Yeah.
things tonight.
Like if I was going to put some hot glue, which I can, I would just kind of lift up the hat, put a little bit under the brim here, push it down, and then go on this side and do the same thing. So there you go. You cut everything in half, and it makes it much cheaper, and you would never know that I cut, well, you would know that the hat's cut in half, but it sits on the board perfectly, and it won't push against the door or anything. And I will show you lit up. I'm just going to turn my beaming light down. There he is. Can you see him, honey?
I'll tell you in a second. There's always a delay. Yeah, I can probably see it still.
There we go. How cute is he? I love the feathers. Feathers are my friends. Okay, so that's one wreath that you can do. Again,